Today I'm going to be talking about using the plate joiner, okay, and it's another way that we can use these, make little slots and put these things called biscuits in there. Okay, we have different sized biscuits that we can use. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to use it's number 10 size biscuit. Okay, we can use that and put join two pieces of wood together. Okay, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have two edges that are jointed. Okay, we get them ready to put together, and we would want to put our biscuits in at least 1 inch from the edge. Okay, and since on our tables we're going to be cutting about 1 inch off each side, we have extra. We would want to put it in about 2.5 inches in. Okay, so we'll measure in 1 inch because we want at least 1 inch in before we even put the biscuit, and another 1.5 inches because we're 1.5 inches in because where we're going to put the biscuit. Another inch because we're going to be cutting that off our edge that we had extra. So I'll measure about 2.5 inches in and put the biscuit there. I'll put a little mark on both sides about where I want the biscuit. Alright, we'll do the same for the other side. Measure about 2.5 in, put a mark where I want the biscuit. Alright, and then I'm going to take my tri-square, okay, on both of these. I'm going to draw, since my lead broke, draw a line right there on both sides. I got it. Alright. And I would do this for both sides. Okay. So there I got them matched up, okay? Next I'm going to take my plate joiner, okay? And one of the things I'll explain to you here are some of the things we have about the plate joiner. We have our on-off switch, we're just going to push it forward, okay? But it has a blade that's in here and it's recessed, okay? It's a safety feature, and when we push this forward, the blade will come out, okay? So that's one of our safety features. We could turn this on and it wouldn't be cutting anything because the blade is recessed in there. This lever here, we flip that down, we could change the angle at which we put the biscuit. Alright, so there could be a 45-degree angle. For our table, we're going to want to keep it and make sure it's at 0 still, okay, and lock it in place. Another thing that we can do here is release this here, and this allows us to change the depth, okay, at which we're going to put the cut. Okay, so we are going to try to put the cut here in the middle of our board. Okay, our board should be 3/4 of an inch thick. That was the thickness. So we're going to try to put it in the middle. Half of 3/4 of an inch is 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to get that right there at the 3/8 of an inch mark. Make sure I lock it back in place. Okay. The third thing that we want to make sure that we check on the plate joiner is how far the cut goes in. As I mentioned, when you push in, the blade goes out. This right here will change the depth at which the blade goes in and out. Okay, and as you see there, it's not out very far. We want to make sure that it's at least half the distance of our biscuit. So as you see there, that wouldn't be quite half. So I will change this to about there. If I show you when it goes out, that looks like it's about half the distance. So that would be a good depth that would be making our cut at. So 3 things that you want to make sure. You have it at the right angle. Okay. You have it at the right, in the halfway on your board. And the other thing you want to make sure is the depth at which your cutter is going into the board. Okay, so those are the 3 things to make sure of. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go around here and get plugged in. Okay. I'm going to take my plate joiner and I'm going to line it up so that it's right above the line. Okay, there's a little line there. They want you to match up. The thing you want to make sure when you're making your cut is that your plate joiner is flush to the face and also flush to the edge. You wouldn't want it to be coming up and trying to push it in and make your cut, or coming out at an angle, because that's not going to make an even cut and allow them to join together. So you want to make sure it's flush. Keep your finger on the front, pressing down on the face. Okay, you're going to turn it on. sure it's up to the line and give it a push in. Back out. As I said, it's recessed, so that blade will not touch and hurt anyone because it's back in there. As you see, I've made a cut right in there, okay? And I would do the same with this one here. In all four places I need to make it. On this one, I'd probably actually make about maybe possibly 3 biscuits cuts per side. Okay, so I have my 4 biscuit slots drilled there. Okay, I would take my biscuit then, put them in. Another biscuit. Alright, one thing that you want to make sure, another important part is make sure that when you go, you'll now be ready, you can do a dry run to make sure that they fit together. Okay, but the one thing that you want to make sure that you do is make sure that you put the 2 sides that you marked on top. You wouldn't want to flip your board over and try to put them back together like that because they might not match up exactly like that. Okay, so make sure that when you do, then you're going to glue it up, put glue across here. Try not to get too much glue in the hole. You don't really want to put the glue in the hole. If some gets in, it's okay. Okay, the glue's going to get in there. You're going to put these together. Okay, take some clamps, just as you would with the other. Glue it up, clamp it together. The glue in there will get on those biscuits. They'll swell up. It'll help make you a nice even board that you will not have to plane again. You may have to do a little sanding.